Xavier Ajuwon, standout running back for the GB Lions, was actually a part of the Birmingham Lions a few years back, which is where I met Xavier for the first time. Then went on to play for the London Blitz. Then went on to play for the Ingolstadt Dukes of Germany at the GFL 1. Now with the GB Lions, leaving for Sweden tomorrow. Xavier, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you doing?
Doing very well. Doing very well. So talk about your excitement for the GB Lions playing in the friendly game against Sweden. What are you expecting this weekend?
Well, first and foremost, I've never heard of any American football game which is friendly. So we're going out. We're obviously going to win, like you do for every football game. You train too hard not to. I'm excited. Obviously, we had camp just the last weekend, so we've been trying to stay ready. We've been focused. We watched a bit of the Sweden-Finland game. Obviously, back on our minds, it's just this game moving forwards, and I think we're going to do well, man. We've got some good athletes, we've got great coaches, so try to put our best step forwards in terms of the European Championship and the World Championship after that. But yeah, man, I'm hyped. I can't lie, I'm hyped.
As you should be. What was the preparation like for this game? How many practices did you guys have? Were you watching film? What did that look like?
Oh, so I was obviously in Germany for the earlier part of this year, but we've been preparing for it. So we've been having like trials since as of 2016. So we had like open trials. So we were having some of the best players and best athletes from all over the country, trying to get around, trying to show the coaches what they can do, trying to make that team. So now we obviously put it down to 60 people, 60-man traveling squad, which is obviously quite large. But as you said, this is a friendly. So yeah, in terms of like preparation, it's just been reps. Do your job, get out, next guy through. So it's been very good. So been very fortunate to play at some high levels. So I was part of like an FBU a couple of years back, and it showed me the what's necessary and the level of coaching and preparation that's necessary to be successful. So we played Canada, British Columbia, and Mexico, and I was surrounded by great athletes from all over Europe when I was like 18, 19, and it's very reminiscent of that. It's literally do your job, do your assignment, get in, get out, make a play, show out, and then on to the next play. And it's been like that. So we've been going over film from multiple angles. We've been having some of the best coaches all over the UK, and obviously Coach Callan from the States to show us what we need to do to take that next step in making the transition from being maybe a class DLC team in the UK to being a class A team in terms of like the world standard when it comes to American football.
Yeah, of course. And Xavier, talk about your journey into football. How did you find the sport? How did you get attracted to it in Birmingham? And what was your initial impression of it?
Okay, so initially, I started with the London Blitz, like the youth team. So when I was like 15, so obviously I'm from North London, and Finsbury Park is where the London Blitz call home. So I always did a ton of sports before. So I was really into track. I've been doing track since I was about 7 or 8. And then it was basketball. So I went to quite an American style, like high school. So I went to was basketball like a predominant sport over there. So I really got into that. I played rugby, ran track. I did, I did loads of like physical sports. And then Under Armour did a combine at Finsbury Park a couple of years back, and they had like all these like NFL coaches and some guys trying to make teams and stuff like that. And I did really well in it. Like it was just a combine. It just measured your athletic aptitude, and I shined. And I was just like, this is pretty cool, man. Like I could really get into this. Like I'd always been interested in Madden. I had no idea what was going on, and I was just like, I just want to play because it looks cool. And from then on, like from about 15, I did well at the combine. It was held at Finsbury Park. And from then I just rolled with it, and I just kept going, and I kept playing, I kept working. And for me, it was seeing that being able to put in effort, and for the effort to be directly rewarded in like results. So it's literally you get what you put in, and when you have something like that and it reflects the hard work you put into it, it's a very addictive feeling. So from there, I played youth, then juniors, and then I won, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 national championships with juniors. We were really good. Then I tried to make the GB under 19 team. Didn't make it, fell short, and it just filled me with a hunger. Like it filled me with like a serious hunger to get even better. So from then on, I managed to make the Team Europe team. So we flew to San Antonio, Texas. We played against Canada, British Columbia, and Mexico. And then from there, I was thinking, okay, well, how far can I take it? How far can I push it? So I went out for the Podyum Lions team, because at my actual university we didn't have a team, so I just practiced with them for like 3 years, and it was brutal. So I couldn't play any game, and then that just made me more hungry. So by the time I got to the Lions, mentally I was ready. So the first year we fell short. Then second year had a real good year. Won the national championship. Went to play in Finland, but the Hämeenlinna Huskies. We obviously got promoted over there. We won a championship over there. I was like, yeah, I'm going to keep rolling. From there, I went to go play with the Dukes. So yeah, man, it's been a journey. I'm just trying to see where else I can take it. So I'm ready, man. Sweden seems to be the next step, and I'm excited to take it.
Well, and so talk more about, being an import and why you wanted to pursue that route. Obviously in the UK at the senior level, unfortunately, it's still at an amateur level, which I hope to see change in years to come. But what was the appeal for you of going across Europe, getting paid to play football, and continue playing, the best sport in the world, the sport that you fell in love with?
I mean, what's not love? Like as any sports, and then like I've said, you put in a certain amount of effort and you expect results. And American football is like that and no other. So you put in the work and you get results. And for people who work as hard as they do playing American football, because American football takes up everything. It takes up everything. You need to put your heart and soul into it. Like it's a tough man's game. Do you know what I mean? So when you put that level of dedication into it, into eating right, sleeping right, working out, doing everything that you need to do, like on a day in and day out basis, you want to feel like it's worth something. And that's not to say that playing at amateur level isn't good, because I love playing in England. But when you get to put in that level of work and feel like you're getting the results that correlate and the achievements that correlate, and you're getting paid to put in the work that you're putting into it, because it's a full-time job being a medical player. If you're an athlete, it's a full-time job. When you get to pay for that, it feels like, yeah, this is how it should be. This is right. Do you know what I'm saying? This is why I work and push my body as hard as it can be. This is why I'm going to sleep early and waking up. This is why I'm saying, no, I can't do this. No, I can't do that. So I've got to be focused on what I'm doing. So for me, being an import, that's what it is about. About being able to go somewhere, make a difference, work hard, and try and make a change, and just feeling that, yeah, this is why I do this. This is why I work this hard. But yeah, that's what it is for me, really, when it comes down to it.
Totally. And talk about the differences in playing level from Finland to the GFL. Is the GFL much better than Finland? There's obviously a ton of imports on both sides of the ball in both countries. Was there anything that shocked you about either of those leagues?
Okay, so when I was in Finland, that was my first time as an import. So I played internationally before. So I played the GB student team. And so they had some good athletes there, but we were stacked at the student team. So it was hard to really get kind of a bearing of it, because we kind of ran through them at that level. But then when I got to playing in Finland as an import, it was a much wider spectrum, because obviously you've got guys in for years, and you've got other imports which raise the level. So for me, it was an eye opener for me, saying, wow, man, there's really guys that can ball like everywhere. So for me, that was definitely a step up in terms of the playing level. So I had to make reads better, I had to be faster. It kind of pushed me, and it made me hungry for more. Okay, well, I can do it here. Next step is GFL. So comparatively, I would say that the Finnish league is pretty fast. You've got a level, like good level of imports, which raises the level. When you get to the GFL, I feel like it's a completely different animal yet again. Do you know what I mean? It just kind of takes that step up another notch. So you've got fantastic athletes, great coaches. Obviously, there's that kind of residue from like NFL Europe and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? You've got a lot of guys, Americans especially, who are trying to crack CFL teams, NFL teams, and those guys that are on the cusp, that's where they go. So it raises the standard for everyone. And when that's been there for such a long time, and there's that infrastructure and money put into it, you get results. So the GFL was definitely a step up for me. I definitely feel like it helped me just in terms of playing and getting better as a player. But yeah, GFL is definitely one of the best.
Well, and Xavier, you look the part, man. You obviously train your ass off. You look like a mix between a LaDainian Tomlinson and a Le'Veon Bell when you're out there. You're patient. You hit the hole hard. Talk about your training regimen. You talked about the hard work that you put in. How many days a week are you putting in? Are you speed training? Are you strength training? What can you attribute everything that you've worked for to today?
So first and foremost, the baseline for me, which really taught me how to work hard, was DSA, which is a Dynamic Sports Academy. And that really taught me what it meant to work hard. Like if you're not pushing yourself until you're like, I physically can't do anymore, it means you've left something in the tank. And just having that mental, because obviously every day you're not going to work that hard because you're going to kill yourself. But just having that mental thing, okay, how hard did I work today? What am I doing? What do I need to do to get better? That really gave me the baseline for what it meant to put effort in, and the baseline for how to get better. Because there's a lot of guys that you work out, but you're not getting any better. You kind of just plateau. And if you want to get better, you have to be a student first and foremost of the game of football, but then you have to take time to learn about your body first and foremost. Like for me, I had to really learn about what works for me, what doesn't work for me, what do I need to develop, what am I weak at, and I really had to start hammering what it was that I was weak at. Because when I initially started, I sucked. I was really athletic, but like in terms of everything else, I was terrible. So I had to really start to put time and effort into my body, especially as a running back. So for me, baseline is ankles, got to have strong ankles. Hips, got to have loose hips, you got to have strong hips, and glutes. Like you got to have that. You got to have that big butt. You got to have the hammies, the quads. You got to be well developed in the lower half. So for me, I kind of work from the bottom up, and then upper body. Yeah, it looks good in terms of, especially for my position. It's really starting from the baseline, from the bottom. So I squat, I deadlift a lot, I clean. I like to have that explosiveness. Jerks, I like to have that especially foot placement. It's very underrated. Just in terms of being a better athlete instead of, you're not a bodybuilder. And I feel like a lot of times with athletes, especially American football where size is king, a lot of guys just want to get real bulky. It's not that. It's about being explosive. You know what I'm saying? It's about being strong and fast and being able to have that weight, be able to move. And to be able to move, you've got to be flexible as well. So I try and split my time probably about 60%, 40% in the gym, then probably about 30% in the flexibility and just making sure my body moves right, because you can be super strong, and if you don't move right, it's not going to show up on field. There's someone who's going to be not as strong as you in the gym, and they're going to blow you up. And then it's just conditioning. Like conditioning is king. Like you've got to be able to run and run and run. A lot of times, especially guys in the UK say, well, American football is, just stop and starts. But within that, I know 8 to 10 seconds, a lot of stuff is happening. Oh, yeah. And if someone is working harder than hand, that's going to show up on the field. That 8 to 10 seconds, you're going to get blown up. And someone is going to make you into a little brother. And you don't want that to happen. So I spend a lot of time lifting. So I probably lift about 4 times a week. I stretch every day. I run 3 times a week. And I try to eat about 5 to 7 times a day. So I try and eat very healthy, try and stay organic, try and stay away from processed foods. And I think ton of water.
Stay hydrated. Got to.
Yeah, man.
So then Xavier, how many athletes in the UK have the ability to play as imports across Europe? I mean, there's, I would say, probably 20 to 30 right now who are actively playing across Europe. I mean, I feel like the UK is a hotbed for athletes. As the sport continues to grow there, more athletes are coming from other sports to come into the American football university system to the senior level. How many have the ability to go out of the country and play at a high level?
I would say that a lot of athletes in the UK have the ability to play in Europe. And I feel like they just don't know it. Maybe they think, oh man, Europe, that's just overwhelming. No, I can't go out there. And I feel like exactly the perfect example of events like the tournament event that you guys are holding. It's a perfect chance for those athletes who do have what it takes to show that they have what it takes. I mean, outside of the UK, because I feel like the UK is a hotbed for athletes. Like we have great athletes, but it's about knowing who to talk to and who to put their film in front of and who to work out for. And this is why the event you guys are doing is fantastic, because I feel like there's a lot of athletes across the UK, and that's always involved when I get to GB and I'm thinking, I don't know this guy. I've never met this guy before. Like, where is he from? I don't know who he is. He can ball. And realistically, if you can ball, you can ball. That's all there is to it. It doesn't matter where you're from. If you can ball, you can ball. Full stop. So I feel like it's definitely a positive thing that you guys are coming down here to showcase what the UK's got. And I definitely think a lot of athletes in the UK can go out and show what they've got in Europe.
Excellent. And what are you most excited to do at the event? Is it the 40? Is it the performing the one-on-ones, making some linebackers miss in space? What are you looking to showcase?
Obviously the 40 is always the highlight event. You know, who doesn't want to shout in front of the 40s, but get that time, you know what I mean, showing guys how fast you can run. But I mean, yeah, for me as well, it's about competing. I love to compete. So I can't wait for those one-on-ones, those 3-on-3s, 7-on-7s, whatever. I'm down for it all. I just want to compete. I want to show the guy opposite me that I worked harder than you, I'm better than you, and I'm trying to expose people. And I know people are trying to do the same to me, so it's about time to put that money where your mouth is.
Hey, every man for himself, right?
Yeah, man. I mean, you say that, but then football again is the ultimate team sport. You know what I'm saying? So it's an interesting concept because a lot of times, especially in America, you train so hard by yourself. It is a very internal thing, just to wake you up early in the morning. Because I mean, especially in the UK, when we don't have that kind of whole team environment, 24/7, people have jobs and stuff. It's all about mentals. I mean, no one's over your shoulder saying you need to work out at this time, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do that. So when you get that, and then you combine that with a group of other like-minded individuals who love the sport and have the same passion for the sport the same way you do, it's even if you don't really know that well or whatever, like stuff like GB and stuff, it's a great feeling, man, because you can just see this he wants it just as bad as I want it. And when you see that, it makes you want to work harder. It's a great feeling, man. So yeah, even though it's every man for themselves, as an individual, when it gets to the team, it's for the team. You lay your body on the line for your teammates. People put them blocks on the line for your teammates. You do everything you can for your teammates. So yeah, it's great. I love football, man.
Good. And my last question for you, Xavier, what's the goal for the future for you? Where do you want to see yourself in 2 years, 5 years? You know, I feel like you have a great career ahead of you. So I just want to hear what that looks like.
For me personally, I wanna see how far I can go. I really want to see how far I can go. I mean, the fact that there are these events which are here, which enable me to showcase what I'm able to do, means that the door hasn't closed to me yet. Especially in the UK, where it's only amateur sports. The fact that I can go to Europe and showcase myself, and there's levels for me to climb, whether that be from GFL to then CFL to arena to whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? I want that opportunity to showcase what I can get and someone to take a chance on me, because I know that myself I can do it. And I feel there's a lot of athletes who feel the same way. So I feel like the next 2 years, I don't know, man. GFL, I'm trying to do as best as I can do in GFL. I'm trying to make this step. I'm trying to do as much as I can. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to push myself to see how far I can go. And then after GFL, let's see what happens. If the CFL calls, I'm trying to go down there. If arena calls, I'm trying to go down there. I'm trying to see what can happen, man. So yeah, I'm excited. This for me is great. You know what I'm saying? It's something I can put my whole self into, and I can get something back out of it. And that's you can't really ask for anything more than that.
Yeah. Well, listen, man. Your energy is contagious. Your work ethic is there. I think you've got the intangibles to continue to rise the ranks. I'm excited to see where your career goes, and most importantly, I'm excited to see you ball out next weekend. And
This weekend, man. It's this weekend.
Well, this weekend, I'm not going to see you. I'm not going to see you until. So, yes, I'll be watching the live stream though on Saturday. So best of luck, Xavier, and best of luck to all the GB Lions.
Thanks, man.
All right, take care, buddy.